Hey everyone, welcome to Christine Yvonne, and I know, it's been like 4 months since you guys have gotten a video from me at 10K views. Like, thank you so much. But I've been in Dallas for 90 days now, 3 months, so you all deserve an update. So I got my little handy dandy Black Girl notebook, okay? Got from Target, and I'm gonna tell you all about the things I've been doing, pros, and I don't have a whole bunch of cons, but we're just gonna go down the list on what I've been experiencing here in Dallas and why I love it so much. People. Let's start off with people. Like a lot of other YouTubers have said, it's correct. I can count on my hand, and I've met a lot of people here. How many people are actually natives of Texas? Everyone's like a transplant. Like, I have not met a lot of people who are born and raised natives of Texas in general. I've met a lot of Louisiana people, Oklahoma, California, Virginia, Chicago, a lot of Chicago people. I thought that was very, very interesting. But in general, it's really, really easy to meet friends. Like, they have all these girl groups out here, like Dallas Girl Gang and the Dallas Collective. And I'm pretty sure whatever social circle or group you are into, there is some airplane, I guess. There is some Twitter, Facebook, Instagram page that you can join. Like, I feel like there's something, someone, some group out here for everyone. And it's been really, really easy to make friends. I haven't encountered nobody that's like mean, but I do think, if you put out goodness will be attracted back to you. So if you are an introvert, or if you just don't like people but you want to have friends, like, you have to put yourself out there. Like, you just got to. Funny thing is, I was about to say, friends just aren't going to come to you, but they actually do. Because when I moved into my apartment here, it was a young woman downstairs. We're like the same age, and we're both getting like the apartment run through. So, we're getting our keys handed to us at the same time. We're on the little tour or whatever, doing walkthroughs. And so she's my neighbor. She lives right next door. But when we were downstairs, introducing ourselves, and she had lived in Texas for like 2 years, I think, already. And I ended up telling her I'm from Virginia. She was like, oh my God, what part? She's from Chesterfield. I'm from Richmond. She went to ODU. I went to NSU. And that's like family. Like, that's family. And I was like, girl, this is perfect. So she's real sweet, a great friend who has been like helping me get acclimated to Texas some. But I just thought that was totally God sent, that I had a neighbor who was from Virginia who knows some of my friends, and I know her friends. I just thought that was great. So yeah, it's easy. It's really, really easy to make friends. Just step outside your comfort zone, talk to people you may not have normally talked to, and just be nice. Just be nice, that's all. Let's talk about travel. So, did y'all know? Let me just get my mind right for this one. I was on the way to take my cousin to the airport. Back when I first moved in, I was taking her to the airport, and I like to keep my GPS on off. I'm not my GPS. I like to keep my tolls. I keep my tolls on off because, number one, I don't want to pay the tolls. And number two, I keep sometimes tolls and highways off because I just like to travel the city to get to know her area. So I was trying to drop her off at the airport. And I kept going around in a circle. I said, what is going on? She said my GPS was bootleg, and she cut hers on, and we got to a toll that took us to the terminal. And I was like, this is interesting. I have to pay $2 to drop you off. I mean, I guess like the plane tickets weren't enough money. Like, I didn't get it. Like, that was the first time I've ever seen an airport that has a toll. And there are two airports out here. There's Dallas Love Field and DFW, of course, the big one. But I had never experienced anything like that. Is that normal? I mean, I don't know. Y'all tell me. I've never seen a toll at an airport before. I was like, wow. So, you know, I travel when I do travel. That's coming up soon. I took my first solo trip this month, y'all. Yes, I went out the country. I went all the way out the country by myself, and a video is coming up on that. But, you know, I traveled through DFW a lot. I need to get TSA pre-check while I'm playing. But that little $2 toll thing threw me off. I was like, okay, well, it is what it is. I mean, the world ain't over. So traffic, I don't think traffic is horrible. And I hear a lot of people talk about the traffic here. And again, I've never driven in Cali traffic. I've only driven in Northern Virginia traffic. And to me, the traffic here is moving. It's not like that irritating standstill traffic that you're just sitting there for like 2 hours. You know, it's not a standstill traffic. Like, it's always moving. Road rage, I feel like Houston had worse road rage than Dallas. Of course, when I first came here, not knowing, and I still don't know, like not knowing everything, I got honked at a couple of times, but you know, whatever. But I don't think the traffic is terrible. But again, this is speaking from someone who's a remote worker. So like, even getting back to making friends, I'm a remote worker and I made friends. So I said that, I think that like speaks a lot. Like, going back to friends, like you can make friends being at home Monday through Friday if you're just like really intentional about it. But you may want to take my traffic talk with a grain of salt, because I am not in whenever that traffic block is in the morning where everybody goes out to work. So I'm not like driving out to Frisco or Plano or all the way out there for work, then coming back into the city. That ain't me. So I don't know if you want to hear me when I talk about traffic, because the most traffic I am in is like on a weekend or when I'm heading somewhere, or if I'm going all the way out to IKEA. So you may want to skip my traffic talk. If you are a remote worker, then you could be in the same boat than I am. But if you have to go into the office, it probably means nothing to you. So yeah, I also like being closer to the States, closer to Cali, because I like to take trips to California. I've never been in New Orleans, and I think it's pretty dope how if I wanted to make a trip, I could drive. Or, you know, I could pay $150 on Spirit, $150 to fly to Louisiana. So I thought that was great. It's dusty here. I don't know how else to say it. Like, if I could wash my car twice a week, I would. I could, but I just choose not to because it's just gonna get dirty again. I think it's like a season. Someone said like it's gonna calm down, but when I first got here, I'm like, what is all this? You know, I wipe my car. Like, what is all this on the car? And it's not pollen, because pollen is yellow. I don't remember pollen looking like brown or anything. And they were like, oh girl, you didn't know Dallas is dusty. And I'm like, really? Like, yeah, it's real dusty. And I wonder why there are so many car washes everywhere and they are always popping. But right now, you know, cars are covered in pollen. But I thought that was really interesting how I would be gone for a weekend and my car is just in a parking deck. My car is just covered in like dust. At first I thought it was construction, because a newer complex, you know, they're still doing construction. I'm like, are they drilling on the roof or something? I'm like, what is all this stuff? But it's literally, they say it's just dusty here. If anybody can explain that piece, let me know. Do they have like dust storms down like in the bottom of sandstorms or something down at the bottom of Texas? I'm like, yo, was it a sandstorm and I missed it? Because I look at my car, I'm like, oh my God, what happened? But still no biggie, still no deal breaker. Dusty, DFW, I paid $2. I don't think traffic's bad for a remote worker. And I like the location being close to Cali and other states that I've always wanted to visit. So those are my tidbits on travel. The food, you know, I thought the food would be like all barbecue, all red meat, which I really don't partake in, but you know, I'll eat if it's good. You know, all red meat and stuff like that. But it's been a lot of Creole food here. Why is that? But some of the people I've met from New Orleans, who migrated here after Hurricane Katrina, and maybe know it's also because they're just so close to Louisiana. I mean, I don't know, but I've seen a lot of Creole food here, y'all. I had crawfish etouffee for the first time. I didn't know what an etouffee was. I was at Freeman. I was in Freeman in Deep Ellum. We're gonna talk about social stuff next, but I was at the Freeman at Deep Ellum. You know, it was a live band. The live band was so good, and the food was amazing. Like, everything was good. I think I ate off on my friend's place. Like, everything was good. The food was so good. Another restaurant here that I like when I'm in my healthy mood is Flower Child. Flower Child is kind of like another state, so you probably heard of it. It's really, really good. But I eat a lot. You know, I've been out here eating. So another video is gonna come with me having Sunday fun day, or just going out exploring, because it's been some really, really good food here. Punch Bowl, that's another restaurant or bar, whatever you want to call it, in Deep Ellum that has really, really good tacos. The tacos were so good. And went to this Lebanese place, had like little hookah pipes and good Lebanese food. I'm open to trying all types of different stuff, okay? So it was really good. The food's really good. I don't think I've ever been to a place that it was just like terrible, like disgusting. I am doing better. I meal prep. When I say I eat like this, is mainly on the weekends, because you can get caught up. Like, you can get caught up real quick eating out every day. So Monday through Friday, I am a plain Jane, boring. But on the weekends, I choose to go out. Even if I go out on a weekday, I still like will be good, because I know on the weekends I'm about to tear some stuff up. So it's fun. As far as like fun and social stuff, I feel like it's always something to do here. It's always something to do here. Like, they have, not even here, if you want to drive to Houston, if you want to go to Austin, if you want to go to, I don't know, San Antonio, like wherever, all these cool different spots in the state of Texas that you can go to. But you know, they have the games, the teams here, like all the professional teams, the Mavericks, Cowboys, the baseball teams. Like, it's always a game that you can go to. But even not the professional sporting games, like, it's just always stuff. Like, the concerts are like revving back up since the COVID restrictions have eased. And like, Wale was just here that I missed, and I was upset. He was at the House of Blues. I know Snow Allegra. I know people coming out to the Toyota Music Hall for all these events that I get, you know, through Live Nation and Ticketmaster. I'm like, yo, this is always something that's kind of popping out here. I'm like, it looked like it's going to be a pretty live summer. But that's a good part. And it's like something for everyone, not just Gen Z or millennials, but for kids, for older people. I just feel like it's always like something going on, and I think that's good. I can't think of a weekend since I've been here, unless it's been due to inclement weather, that I've been bored, unless, you know, it's bad weather or I made a decision to stay at home. You know, just to stay at home and be bored. Sunday fun day is a real thing out here. It is fun. My Sundays normally consist of going to church first. I go to church at the Upper Room. Amazing. More YouTube videos probably about that soon. And I enjoy Sunday fun day. And you can be there for a couple of hours, or you can be there all night. The last place I went to, we go to Dream Cafe a lot. Dream Cafe doesn't have like a DJ, but the manager is so sweet. And they have like really good chicken and waffles. Like really good chicken and waffles. It's just the gravy for me. I like sauce. I'm a sauce girl. And this gravy for this chicken and waffles is just like amazing. And they had good, what them things called? The soda Cafe du Monde. Those things. You know what I'm talking about. They have those things too. But after that, that's like normally like spot one, and we'll go somewhere else where we're not gonna eat, of course. We went to Harlow. Harlow was fun. And it was hot. It was hot. I went, was it 3 Sundays ago? I don't know. But I went, and you know, it's up above some stores downstairs. It's at the top, and it's this big open space venue with bars and tables and fans and chai. I had so much fun, but girl, I was hot, and I was just looking around, everybody dancing, everybody having fun. I'm like, are they as hot as me? I don't know. Maybe it's just gonna Maybe it's just gonna take me some getting used to as far as, you know, the weather out here. But after a certain time, you know, it starts to get like a little cooler. But we were there all day. We had such a good time meeting new friends, new people, mingling. So Sunday Fun Day is really fun. It's really fun. I feel like that's also when I see the most black people. In Dallas anyway, that's when I see the most black people out. So I was gonna talk about the weather, but the weather it's hot, but you know, it's hot, but it's not hot like Houston. I will never forget the way Houston made me felt when I visited there, when I went there first. So long story short, before I came to Dallas, I was thinking about Houston. So I was in Houston for like 4 weeks, and I loved it. Like, it was fun. It was really fun. It was packed. I felt like it was more congested there than it was here. But the food was great. You know, everybody, Turkey Leg Hut on the list. I went to Turkey Leg Hut, and I went at a real off time. So I was like in and out. It was great. I was in no line, and the food was amazing. Of course, my cons of Houston was I didn't like the humid heat. Like, I was done for. Like, I don't think I've ever walked out my door, take a couple of steps, and felt sweat starting to roll down my back. Like, I was done. Like, I couldn't wear no wigs. I could only wear braids out there. Girl, I would probably want to cut my hair low cut. People could say, girl, it wasn't that bad. But that week, I was there. In June. I wouldn't say it was unbearable, but it was just something totally new to me, sis. And I was like, ooh, girl. So, yeah, I was out there. It was great. I mean, I had a great time, but I just felt like Dallas was more for me. I'm just going to say that. I feel like Dallas was more for me. I definitely know that Houston's probably is, you know, way more diverse. People could go back and forth with who has better food. I don't care. I think both locations are pretty lively, but something about Dallas that stuck with me. So that's why I'm here. So to go over it again, child, it's easy to make friends. If you meet a friend and you don't want to be their friend no more, don't be their friend no more. Food, events, all that great stuff. Oh, let's talk about the men. I forgot that, the men's. I haven't had no issues out here. Like, and I know people can kind of come up here and say, oh, there's nobody out here, there's nobody out here. I can even talk about where I'm originally from, and I said the same thing. Like, I don't think it's nothing for me. But I think it goes back to just being nice and stepping outside of your comfort zone, and you're just making friends. So, like, just make friends. But all the men that I've met, really great, sweet, nice Southern men, have a great head on their shoulders. Some know what they want in terms of relationships. Some may not, and some just out here, you know, living. And some may want a wife. You know, it's all different. It's all different things that float their boat. So I think I'm just being open and just getting to know and meeting new friends. I'm gonna say that. So it hasn't been a terrible scene out here. I mean, I've only been here for 90 days. I guess check back with me after, I don't know, a year and a half or so. But it hasn't been like a bad scene. Like, everybody's been super sweet, super nice, super gentle, like gentlemen. So I really don't have any cons about Dallas. I don't have nothing that I don't like, although something personally just happened to me last week. Y'all, somebody broke into my car. Yeah, so I took my solo vacation out the country, video coming for that soon. And while I was gone, and my car is in the secured parking deck, somebody decided to break into my car. And if you're watching this, I hope that $20 taser that you stole and those cheap sunshades are working out good for you. Because y'all, like, when people do that and they still like dumb stuff, and the amount of money you have to pay, which doesn't even compare to the little crap they stole, I'm like, bruh. Even as I speak to y'all right now, I don't have a car. I don't have a car. It's with the people who State Farm set up to make some repairs. But you know, it's not a deal breaker. I understand, you know, that this stuff happens, and I'm still blessed. And you know, there's an Uber for that. So what can I say? Thank you all so much for watching the video. Again, more videos to come on. Wow, because when I think about it, May next month will be 1 year since I sold my house. So more video to come on me deciding it, because I know decisions like that are huge and people are deciding to like sell their house or leave their job. So it's gonna be a video. Now, I sold my house a year ago, and then 3 months I was with my relative, then 2 months I was out to Texas, and another, just the swiftness of it and how I just went with it and trusted God throughout the whole process, not letting fear hold me back, and more importantly, not letting family hold me back. That part. Because sometimes them family members, they don't want you to leave, they want you to stay there forever, and you can't. A quote I had put on my social media recently, just to encourage people, and it was just a quote, how I said I've always wanted a yellow couch, well, mustard couch. This is my favorite color. Like, I've always wanted a mustard couch, and I've always wanted to solo travel, which I've started doing, and I've always wanted to relocate, which I did, and the list that goes on and on of all these things that I've always wanted to do, and not to be afraid, not to worry about if things are going to turn out bad. Like, oh, what if you move out here and then you lose your job and you're broke? Or what if you do this or this? Just like all those things the enemy or people will try to plant into your head to make you worry about taking the risk. So I say, don't worry about bad things happen when you take the risk. Be more concerned about things that stay the same because you didn't take it. So it's that feeling of regret of, oh, I woulda, coulda, shoulda, but I did. So I say, sis, sir, if it's something on your heart that you want to do it. What Nike say? Just do it, because you only have one life that you live. So thank y'all for watching. Ooh. Black girl signing out. I'll see y'all soon.